Yes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first session of Equinox. And it would be great. Already technical difficulties. I love it. I love that for me. Give me a moment to see what is going on. Because we're supposed to have talk sprites. Yeah, they're supposed to be talk sprites. For anybody who's watching at home, we love new stream difficulties. Okay. Is there a reason we're deciding not to work? It decided to have a small hissy fit. Let's make sure that that's working.
I'd like to blame Steve because he's not here.
Let's see if I can...
It's Steve's fault.
Is it working now?
Absolutely.
There we go. That's what I was waiting for, because we had talk sprites for everybody.
Yay.
Let's go.
And you actually get to see them all bobbing and stuff. So yes, for everybody who has not seen one of my games before, or seen one of these games before, we play Dungeons and Dragons, and tonight we are starting a very fresh, very new campaign known as Equinox, with these wonderful people right here. So if you like what we do, you want to keep up to date, if you're not already following, hello Crumbs, it's always great to have you here. If you would like to join us and you're not already joining us as a part of the little spooky community, you can hit the follow button, or if you're feeling generous, you can hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the sessions, and you get like lots of little cool tokens and stuff as well. Or you can follow us over on my YouTube channel of the same name, Boomeadow, where you can leave comments for all of the players, nice ones hopefully, all of that kind of stuff. If you don't manage to catch up on the game, or you'd like to catch up on anything that happened prior, and there's a lot of really interesting stuff over there too, like the Monday game Ignition Point that Kevin is in, and Valcor is in as well. And so, yeah. And thank you, Dusty, for the hive. It's great to have you here. I'm so glad you're excited. So, with all of that out of the way, we have this lovely, nerve-wracking experience of actually starting the campaign. But just before we do, for anyone who's listening along at home, is the music okay? Is everybody loud enough? Am I too loud? I know that my microphone always needs a little bit of tweaking sometimes, for whatever reason. Making sure that the music's not too loud, because got some really nice synth wave, chill wave, Lofi Girl music on in the background. Okay, there is supposed to be music. Okay, let me turn that up.
I got real tripped out just then because I was waiting for you to go, does anyone remember what happened last week? And then I panicked because I didn't remember what happened last week.
Yeah, there was no last week.
I was like, wait a minute,
How's that,
there's no
Crumbs?
last
Can
week.
you hear it now? It's going to be very faint because it's just...
You're in the clear.
It is very... It's supposed to be very lo-fi synth music, so... It's not going to be like deep, heavy drum and bass, which, if that is something that you guys would like behind the sessions, let me know, because I can find it. I've got to find some no copyright stuff, but I can find some stuff if that's the kind of vibe that you want that has a bit more beat to it. I can do some no copyright sounds or something. So, but at the moment I figured it was just best to start with some nice vibey kind of things. For anyone who has seen my streams before, you might have a bit of an idea of the time setting. If not, this is going to be a wild ride for you if you're used to regular D&D, because this is futuristic D&D, so it's going to be fun. So we'll see how we go with the music. If it gets real loud, let me know. But either way, I think it's time to jump in, should we? Should we? Would you like to?
We should.
We should.
Well,
earlier than usual, which should make
Perhaps.
You should do that, Crumbs. You should be invited to pizza night. You should. That's just rude, not inviting you to pizza night.
How dare.
So, for anyone who wants to know, the map on screen is the world map in question. It is one of 3. It is of my version of the 9 hells known as Nightride. So all of my maps, if you ever wonder as well, just ahead of time. Yeah, we're being on time, Crumbs. All of my maps, I will usually disclose if I have not made them and I've sponsored a Patreon or something for it, but most of the maps that you will see in this stream are actually made by myself using Incarnate. And I am hoping to get back into streaming the map building on stream. So you can join me for that too. So either way, gentlemen, people in the crowd listening, watching, judging, quietly hopefully, are you ready?
Get her done.
Get her done?
Yes.
Let's go.
All right. Not your standard start for this.
I thought I would try and facilitate our American brethren joining us.
Ooh. Well, here we go, if you're ready.
The States appreciates you.
Excellent.
Good morning, Moonblight. It is a humid 32 degrees out here in Purgatory, and I can already smell the coffee brewing over Shadowspire Boulevard, the Jackrabbit Diner, where the coffee is hot, but the tea is hotter. Reports say that the demonic forces are continuing their ongoing interference of the supply trains coming in from the inner circles, causing major disturbances to food and medical supplies. The Hybalian Imperium continues to push back against the incursion, with our wonderful troops out on the ground. Moonblight High Inquisitor Trurazon has increased Imperium squad presence for all transportation vessels and supply routes to ensure that the demonic scourge will be brought to justice. Imperium forces make their presence felt out in the community, keeping hope and freedom alive. If you see any of our agents out and about, keep your eyes peeled for the Imperium symbol and come say hello. Our influencers love being able to get hands-on and help the wonderful people of Moonblight. And finally, for this month only, you can catch the absolutely stupendous illusionist and fortune teller, Aricia Cassandra. She'll be performing at the White Fox Cabaret for the entirety of this month, so book your tickets now. I've been Misty Challenger, and thank you for tuning in to 606.9 PMB, home of your local news. You hear this over your various listening devices, the radios of the nearby sound systems, as you find yourself in the mildly busy streets of Moonblight, the capital city of Nethrag. Capital city of Purgatory. It would be good if I get my own places right. The outer circle of Nethrag. Purgatory is a place almost like a holding station, a waiting place for the newly dead to find their purpose, to be designated to a place in the inner circles, for those who are living after the merge to feel more at ease with coming to terms with the fact that they have been funneled here by some force outside of themselves. But for the four of you, you find yourself on the streets of Moonblight. You have been called to head towards the Imperium... I'll get it right in a minute. The Inquisitorial Headquarters, where you are going to be receiving your most recent mission as a squad that goes out and about, employed by the Imperium to make sure that everybody seems to be dealing with the changes well, especially since they have come into power over the last 30 years or so, after they had ousted the demonic forces that ruled over these places to try and make it a better place for all. You find yourself in the main square of the third circle of Moonblight. You can smell the beautifully roasting coffee, that fresh scent of dark, chocolatey, bitter beans in the early morning. You can already feel the rising heat of the place. The one thing that you are always aware of is that it is always humid here. As you are getting ready to go and speak not your handler. An individual known as Calliope Custer. So, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Don't everyone go at once.
I was about to say.
Christ. Yeah, I'm down. Just for
No, let's
theater
just
of the
all say a
mind.
mystery the
Oh,
whole.
we're all here, aren't we?
The only person who's not, you do have one squad member who has had to finish up on his part-time job, as he kind of refers to it.
Okay, so I can see everyone though. So.
Yeah, you can see everybody. You're already established as a group.
Okay. All right. I'm probably walking along next to Andrew's character, whose name escapes me, despite maybe having heard it.
Haboru.
Haboru. Okay.
Habaru.
Habaru.
Maybe
There you
chatting.
go. Habaru. He'll tell you how to say it.
Habaru. All right, gotcha. Fucking give me the wrong pronunciation, so I look like a fool.
It's me. I look like the fool.
I am a. Fuck, I don't know what height I said. I think I'm like 5'11" dragonborn. Fucking celestial. I'm gold, got wings, yellow horns. Oh, exactly as you can see in my picture for anyone who's like on stream or in session, I suppose. I have two what looks to be just like hilts of swords, I suppose. Well, I don't know. It's annoying to explain. They're lightsabers. Light blades, to be intellectually distinct. I don't know what else to introduce myself with, so that's me. Anyone else want to go next? Perhaps Andrew, because I was lightly talking to him, I would suppose, as we walk?
Yeah. I'm playing Habaru. He is a 5'10" half-orc who would be wow, character descriptions are hard.
Yeah, I wasn't just stuttering for no reason.
Yeah, he would be pretty armored as a person, clanking as he walks along, carrying a greatsword in the nook of his arm. But other than that, seems pretty relaxed as he chats with his bud.
I suppose if we're going right to left, I'll go next. Hi, I'm Molly. But you can call me Wicked. That's my screen name. I'm a bit of an influencer. I'm a 5'5" tiefling lady with a lot of whimsical, mystical elements of my features that have been altered by my Faeweir homeland. I got a bunch of little trinkets and baubles on me that I've collected through my little journeys and adventures. Got a little cauldron here that I always keep by my side. That holds all my ingredients for little potions and brews and herbal remedies. Just little things to take the edge off sometimes. And I'm just loving this little brew from this diner here. Well, are you able to drink board lock?
I don't know what the hell that is.
Just waiting.
I and consume, but it's usually for recharging.
There is a large 10-foot tall robot out in the street. He's purple. He has a visor for eyes, yellow visor. He also wears a black cape. He looks very similar to maybe some of the billboards around the area. There's a character on there. He is absent-mindedly pulling a small TV apart in his hands.
Why do I imagine you're like a small TV and it's literally just like a 52-inch? Just
That's a small TV.
I think you were supposed to leave that in the building.
But I haven't finished studying it yet.
Here, why don't we trade? Why don't you just... And she's gonna like go to hand you her decaf almond milk frappuccino to try and trade for whatever piece of scrap from the TV that you're currently holding. Like, why don't you just study this for a bit and you can...
Warlock will accept the change, and he'll hand the TV down. He'll grab the cup, and this aperture will open up in his chest, and he puts the cup in there, and it closes.
The whole thing.
Wow.
there's a slight whirring as the systems, the clockwork automaton systems, start decomposing it and converting it to energy.
Wow, that is efficient. She says as she's like trying to discreetly set the TV down somewhere without him noticing.
So I'll just move the map in so everyone can kind of actually figure out where you guys are. You're actually, I just realized I don't have a little icon for you guys to point out where you guys are.
Oh no.
Well, I usually have one. I just didn't think about where you guys would be starting, which is terrible of me, so I do apologize. Continue amongst yourself while I quickly find this. So,
Hey, Habaru, why didn't you get anything from the diner?
Bit money tight right now, so
Ooh, that's a big thing.
yeah, it's an icon, all right.
We are everywhere in this location.
you are currently...
The whole world knows we're at this location.
There we go. That's where you guys currently are.
Yes.
So,
Now, why didn't you say anything? I could have got you something.
Nah, it's fine. Besides, we're gonna get down to the business here soon enough. Don't want to get caught up in the middle of eating and that.
If you say so. So she just pulls out from her cauldron just half of an apple pie that she got from the diner.
it's a very... the actual diner, the Jackrabbit Diner itself, is a very brightly lit establishment. It has a beautiful pink neon light seeming to stream from its large windows. You can see the booth seating inside. What makes it very identifiable is it does have the flashing leaping rabbit neon sign behind it, but you do know, because of its proximity to the Inquisitorial headquarters, Wicked, they also just, to one side of the door, they do actually have a kind of set-up display on the window of what looks like plants and vines and things like that, as a really nice place to just take photos and things like this for the Inquisitorial social influences.
Good times, good times. I gotta get a backdrop like that for myself.
Portable one. So, as you guys are standing there, and you've just kind of tucked the TV just to one side down, just the opening of the alleyway, you guys hear a voice. Or, strolling past you, you see a 6-foot-tall gentleman. He has quite grey skin. You can see that he's a barbed elf. He has a long tail with spikes running along the end tip of it. You can see that he's got quite a lot of jewellery. He's got loose flowing black curly hair and a very nice long kind of soft dove grey coat over the top. You guys know this gentleman. He is the leader of the Gamma Squad, a squad that is ranked a bit higher than you guys, as he kind of roves an eye over you and just, oh, I see they've called in whatever scraps they can manage for this mission.
I have no idea what you're talking about. She says she's got her mouth stuffed with the rest of the apple pie, trying to save face.
Of course you don't. You're here, eating. Obviously the last to know, as usual, Wicked.
She like sort of like snarls a little bit. Nah. Well, we
So-
can't operate on an empty stomach. Clearly, what they're gonna give us something important to do. I gotta have my brain food.
What brings you here?
Probably the same
for the
reason
last
you have. Probably the same reason you're here. A mission, and, knowing my luck, you're being sent as cannon fodder.
Oh, Jesus. Cannon fodder or cannon fire, because we're gonna whip ass on whatever it is if it involves that.
Oh, I'm sure. Because you're so stealthy. Who was your appointed stealth operative again? He looks at a warlock.
I'll have
Are
you know,
looking at me?
I'll have you know, I already completely forgot he was here, so he's doing a great job.
I am.
Yeah, you're doing great, buddy. Just pat pat pat.
Well, I'll be interested in seeing exactly what they're planning on doing with you. Are you coming or not?
We're going.
All right, I guess I'll see you in there for briefing, if you don't get lost on the way. And
You will not get lost.
he
I
and
have
his,
GPS guidance system.
he just kind of snorts and rolls his eyes, and he and his squad, the Gamma Squad, roll out. Sorry, I just realised I made that joke after you spoke. What a bots. Anyway, so leaving you standing there. Yes, leaving you guys standing there, they head off into the through the gateway to the Inquisitorial headquarters. Just silence falls over the square in the wake of them leaving, and you can just hear the sounds of the cars going past, the other vehicle, the light vehicles, and just your standard traffic thoroughfare for the day. As you do recognize there is a young woman rushing towards you. She has papers all in her arms. You can see that her satchel bag is hanging off of her shoulder. She is looking absolutely an absolute mess as you recognize Calliope, your handler. As she sees you, she looks absolutely relieved.
Callie!
I'm so glad you're already here. Oh, I thought that I was going to miss you, or... well, at least if we walk in together, they won't know that I'm late and you're late, and maybe it'll look deliberate.
No, absolutely. You look fine. Let me just. She like sort
Gamma
of straightens out
Squad.
her hair a little bit. Straightens out her hair a little bit, like a little look on the thumb, wipe something off her face. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Gamma Squad did just roll by and spoke to us, so
Oh, they didn't have Stone with them, did they? You didn't recognize it. Their handler wasn't with them, no.
I don't think so. There was only 4 of them.
Oh,
No,
that's-
just
Squad
no, just
itself.
King Cyan pump his green named asshole. His getting better performance is brief.
And they didn't seem to be carrying any rocks or stones.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right, Warlock. No stones between them.
Well, that's a relief, at least. They won't tell me what a terrible job I'm doing. That'll have to wait until we're over the water cooler, I guess. All right, so... she straightens herself down. She's got quite dark hair. Her skin is reasonably pale. There's a translucence to it, and she's got these bright glowing eyes. There seems to be kind of this smoky mist that kind of seems to trail off of the bottom of her boots. She's got a pair of black chunky boots on. And this is very atypical of entities that are known as ombrasks. You're also aware that people get a little bit uncomfortable around ombrasks because generally when they're speaking to you, they're not speaking in a voice that you would that is their own. It is common knowledge, at least within Nethreg, that ombrasks very typically speak with the voice of a dead entity that they had encountered in the moments of their death. So you wouldn't know what that's like, would you, Andrew?
No.
So, she gathers together her things. She straightens all of her papers. She looks wistfully at the Rabbit Diner, wishing that she could go in for a coffee, but she's very aware that she's already late.
Let's go. I got some more. I got like a bunch of more pies in my cauldron. Let's go. We can sneak some laughter.
Okay.
Before we go in, can you give us a heads up of what we're getting into?
The brief that I got is it's a standard train reconnaissance mission, just stopping the enemy from stopping the train and getting the resources. So, things like food, medicine, various things that are just, in general, stopping supply. The demons have been getting really bad lately.
Ooh, I don't think I've been on a
Right.
train yet.
Yeah. I think Captain Hearn just wants to make sure that this goes smoothly, we actually get supplies into the city, and who knows, maybe you'll actually get to see someone interesting. I know that there's been lots of talk that one of the highly placed lieutenants has been seen a lot recently. Him and his little squad of miscreants.
Ooh. Oh, do you think maybe we'll get like a promotion or something?
I mean, it would be nice.
You good job.
I mean, it would be nice if we could get some kind of promotion. I mean, we can't really go any further down than Omega Squad.
All right. Let's not keep them waiting too long.
All right, if you guys are ready.
Everybody good? Everybody good? You good? Richard,
One
you
moment,
good?
please.
Oh.
You wait momentarily as you watch as Warlock transforms out of...
He shrinks.
Oh,
His body starts folding in on itself.
okay.
And he's now 6 foot.
he becomes regular size warlock.
He kneecaps himself.
Indoor sized appropriate warlock at your service.
He is Locke now.
Now
no
an
longer
economy
Warlock.
size.
I like to think now he's Warlow.
Warlow.
He's just Warlow.
Wonder.
So, Calliope leads you into the Inquisitorial headquarters, where she leads you straight through the reception desk. She kind of gives a smile to the girls at reception. They give her a little bit of a smile, polite smile, because she's always very nice to them, and very respectful to them, unlike some of the higher-ups. And they just you through until you find yourselves in a meeting room with a large oval-shaped table. Everything in this place is very pristine. The carpet is a really soft grey. The table itself is white marble. The chairs are all white leather. All of the fixtures seem to be fitted and finished with gold linings and things like this. So it is very bright and pristine. The glass is immaculately cleaned. Not a fingerprint, not a smear. And you can see that Cyan and Gamma Squad and their handler Stone are sitting in there, as well as Delta Squad with their leader Gregoria, who is immediately identifiable. She's even sitting, you can tell that she's quite a tall lady. Standing, you know her to be about 7 feet tall. She has long auburn hair that comes down to just below her shoulders, and she usually wears an eye mask over her face to kind of disguise the fact that she's a Cyclopean. Just make it so you guys can see the pictures.
Does it work for her? Or does it not? Can you just really tell?
Does she pull it off?
Does it work or not?
It works, I think.
Yeah, she pulls it off.
Yeah.
She's wearing an eye mask with an eye in the center of the mask. It's
I was
like
like, how
drawn
subtle is
on
this
in the center.
Inquisition?
Alright.
So
You know how many religions use an eye for their symbol? Come on.
I suppose. Okay, I'll cop that. That's a religious symbol in my mind now.
I will just make sure that you can see everyone in Delta and Gamma Squad that you'll be going on this mission with. Just bear with me. Because I've got to individually go through and select that you guys can all see. Da-da-da-da. You're going to love some of these people. Some of them, you're probably going to think they're dicks. I'm assuming, though, however, as you move in, you take a seat.
Yes.
I will literally do whatever everyone else is doing.
Yes, I will move in and take a seat.
Warlock's slowly moving in, surveying the room.
I'm sitting exactly like Andrew was sitting. He's got one leg over the other, like crossed. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. So,
Your boy's trying to fit in.
so you guys move in and take a seat. You can see that Cyan and his crew, Marcus, Misty, and who's the other one? I believe it's Angelita, yes. They seem to all be regarding you as the bottom of the barrel. They don't seem impressed by you. Sorry, I just got asked a question. I'm getting asked questions, and this is very interesting for me. the interesting thing for you guys is the Delta Squad look really comfortable. They look really happy that you guys are there. They seem very pleasant, and they've always been very, very nice to you. Gamma Squad, you guys know this. Despite the fact that you guys are Omega Squad, you guys know that Gamma Squad are acting very cocky for a group that only got promoted because the squad that had been above them, that were Gamma Squad, had been eradicated. And so that's the only reason they got a promotion.
Okay, it's that type of promotion system. Okay.
Yes.
I'm fine with being at the bottom of the barrel, then there's no one to kill me to get above me.
So, the thing is, it is kept pretty quiet as to who took them out. But there are rumors abound as to who it might have been. The top of the list was the demonic lieutenant known as the Wraith. He and his squad it was rumored that they had completely eradicated them. No man left alive. There were barely any bodies that they could find, and the bits that they could find were barely identifiable.
Yikes.
Other people say that they just got drunk one night and fell under a cab. So.
Oh, well, okay.
I mean, this is what I mean. Rumors. And those rumors heavily were influenced by the Imperial influences, like Wicked here.
Mm-hmm.
So as you guys are waiting, it's silence. There's every now and then, Relia of the Delta Squad just picks up her cup of water and sips very, very loudly with like raised eyebrows, knowing full well that she's breaking this really uncomfortable tension just by being really obnoxious about it. But she's deliberately trying to make eye contact with any of you to try and make you laugh.
Wicked laughs.
Habaru would give her a nod of like, yeah, I see what you're doing, you little shit.
As you have that thought, Habaru, the Captain Hearn, Inquisitorial Captain, comes in. She is short, only about 4 foot tall, very scaly skin, with this lovely black and red patterning of a Nethrag kobold. And she is dressed really nicely in just a black suit. It is very crisply laundered, as she puts a black leather note binder down in front of her at the head of the table. Alright, so you lot are all here, as I'm sure your handlers have already told you, to deal with the supply train. We're expecting a whole shipment of ether in from the inner circles, especially from Listener. We really need it out here. It's been really hard to get the ether for the Etherborn and the incubi and succubi. Obviously, it's very important. I shouldn't need to stress to any of you that we need that ether, because we don't want to deal with the epidemic of madness that's slowly growing in its wake. So, we're going to send you out on the train to meet with it, and then you're going to protect it until it can get back to Moonblight, alright?
Got it.
Thank you. At least somebody answered me. It's nice to know that I'm not just looking at corpses. Alright. So, any questions?
I love you down with your horn today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're not getting a promotion.
Trouble before it gets to us.
I mean, we do have teams out there. You'll do a swap over. at the halfway mark. So it'll be a 3-day ride out by airship out there, and they'll drop you onto the train, and you're just got to make sure that the Wraith, no one else, none of the demonic scourge can get in. Honestly, I think this might be a little bit... Honestly, I don't think we're going to see the Wraith on this. This is just ether and food supplies. It's not really big enough visibility.
Fingers
for him.
crossed.
I mean, yeah, we're hoping that nothing bad's going to happen, but we're going to send you out there. Obviously, we're going to equip you with grapples and things like that to make sure you're dropped safely from the airship onto the moving train. And then, obviously, you just got to stay for the 2-day drive back on the train to the city to make sure it gets here. If we're lucky and you do get hit, it'll only be imps and the, like, low-level demons. Honestly, I'm not sure if you can handle more than this. This is a chance for you, Omega, to prove yourself, Gamma, to actually prove that you deserve the promotion, and Delta, obviously, to make sure they come back mostly in one piece. Omega, have you actually decided on a team leader yet?
No.
I keep
We're waiting
asking for
on-
the Calliope. I keep asking for the paperwork.
But one of us is out right now. He's still busy closing up some previous employment, I suppose. We want everybody to be here for that decision.
Oh, Lord help me for dealing with Reapers. For God's sake. Well, I need somebody who's going to take point on this. As a point of reference, who, you know, we can actually say is making some calls here.
I can do that.
All right. Habaru, thank you. I'll make a note that you're temporary team leader. Who knows? You might do a good enough job that they'll want to keep you.
Yeah, no pressure, Habaru. You're representing the whole group here.
He'll give her some side eye.
Bombastic side eye.
Criminal offensive side eye.
Has anyone noticed the book slowly moving towards Warlock?
Yeah. Wicked has noticed that. She's waiting for anybody else to notice.
Habaru has noticed, and he's desperately trying to not notice it.
All right. Well, with that, everyone dismissed. Actually, no. Omega. God. Lord help me from the bloody influencers. Omega, stay here. Liliana wants to talk to you to make sure that you're going to get enough glamour shots, make sure you're seen going to the train, various tasks.
Silly.
Things like that. So give her a moment. She'll be here. The rest of you, scram, get out. Stop eating her donuts. Get out. And she kind of gestures to the other to tell them to scatter, which there's a bit of noise as chairs squeak a little bit as people get up out of them and leave. As the binder is slowly floating towards you, this is when Captain Hearn, going to leave herself, puts a hand heavily on it and picks it up. Warlock, I'm watching
And
you.
There's just a.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm watching you, buddy. Trust me. What's in this
I
folder?
can see you are watching me.
If you knew what was in this folder, it would make your circuits curl.
That's why I was trying to look at it.
Well, it's need to know, and you are not need to know. So, all right. Well, oh, here she is. She says, as you watch as a very short woman. She's only about 5 foot tall. She has wild, curly, bobbed hair. You can see that she's got very sharp, pointed fangs, bright, glowing eyes like a cat. She is a swift stride shifter. as she breezes into the room with her big plush fur stole around her shoulders. She's dressed very sveltely in a black catsuit with a peekaboo cut out on the chest region. She has very high, thigh-high black leather boots. But as the stilettos are clacking on the tiled floor outside, which you can hear like this gunshot every time she walks, you can see that she's got like a leopard print pattern on the base of her shoes as she swans into the room as she sees you, Wicked. Wicked, darling, it's a pleasure to see
Oh
you
my.
as always.
Oh my hells and gods, Lily, yes.
I'm so excited. We've finally got the perfect mission for your group. All those wonderful colours together, the golds, the purples. It's wonderful. Whatever he's wearing, I'm sure we can glam him up a bit. She waves a whole hand over Habaru, just in a gesture of, we need pictures, we need posts, we need signs to say that the presence of the Inquisitors is out there. The Imperium is doing their best to make sure everybody is fed. Everybody is looked after. And you are
Everybody
just...
has reason to smile.
Exactly. And you are just the angel to do it. So...
No.
Even with that, what is your game plan? How are we going to make this roll?
Alright, so, obviously, Warlock, we need to get him a bit more shine. A little bit more shine. I'm thinking we can wax him up a bit. Habaru here, I am liking what he has right now, but I feel like we could... He's obviously going to be like the big, strong, like warriors, like big hero sort of features. I think maybe we could get him a cape as well. Sort of like Warlocks, maybe a little brighter colors. Richard,
Capes, we do have to be a little worried about. You are going up into the sky and coming down. You know what they say about air travel and capes.
That is true. That is true. Maybe like a little shawl, or like a scarf. Nice little scarf would...
Oh, we can do a scarf. What about with a nice brooch or something with the inquisitorial symbol, nice and big, so he, no matter what angle he's on, it can be seen in the glamour shots.
Yes. All right, Richard.
Perfect.
Richard. Let's do it this. Richard, you have this very like minimalist style. It works for you. I'm not sure. You think we get some like filigree on his little robes here?
I mean, we can get something printed up. I mean, you don't need to leave until tomorrow morning, so I'm sure I can speak to the printers and we can get some custom fabric printed up with the Inquisitor's symbol over and over in that lovely gold embossing, so it kind of just catches the light. What do you say, Richard, my dear?
Damn it, now I'm gonna have to like actually settle on an accent. I've been sitting here not trying to say anything because I've been like, what? How should I speak? Crap.
Say the lines, Jedi.
Say the line, Jedi. I'm not married to this, but I'm gonna have to go for it.
You can change it. You can always change it.
I'm gonna have to change it. I don't know. I'm scared now.
Exactly what I did. I've done the exact same thing.
I'm all embarrassed. This is lovely. All right. We can get some fabric split on me robes. I'm fine with that.
The question is, do you want it the same shade as that lovely taupe colour you've got going on? Or would you like something ostentatious and matching your skin tone? That
Just the
bright
same is fine.
gold. Oh, we're going to have you absolutely adorned. Now, do you want some capping? We can get some polishing done. We do obviously need you to look your best.
I think you'd look really nice with some little horn caps on there, on Richard.
We can do some. We can do some chains or jewels, hanging things, obviously.
I don't like things on me horns.
Well, maybe we can get your wings pierced. That's pretty
Pierce
in right
me
now.
wings. No, I don't think so.
I'm sure we can work on it, at least. Wicked. We've got some gold embroidery going on at least. I mean,
Definitely.
we can certainly send Warlock through a chroming. He looks like he needs a bit of a touch up anyway. Where have you been, my dear boy? You look like you've been out with the dumpsters or something.
I think he was out with the dumpsters. He was carrying some scrap before he came in here.
What scrap?
I think that would. I don't think that was scrap. Don't tell anybody, but I think he might have just made off with one of the TVs from the diner. But
Oh, well.
I don't know how he did it. It was like a whole 40-inch screen. I don't
Well,
know how he.
I will say, if it was a 5-finger discount, I can go and make sure they're compensated so that it doesn't look like, obviously image is everything, Wicked Darling. We can't be seen making off with things that don't belong to us.
Yes, of course. I'll keep an eye on him.
Now, what are we going to do about... She gestures to all of Habaru again. This. It's very military chic. Obviously, we're giving muscle, we're giving strength, we're giving armored and protector, but...
Give him
It does need something a bit more homey, something a bit more approachable. Strong but
Exactly.
approachable. The neighborhood's friend.
We have to see
I
the
think-
soft inner side inside everything that is
Oh,
Habaru.
I do show my soft inner side. Once I've got someone, you see their soft inner sides.
Yes, but it doesn't
This
sell
is
to the
true.
kids.
Maybe we could get you like a nice hat.
Like this, for our Misty Adventurers Guild. Okay. How about... I don't know. A fur shawl like yours, I guess.
Oh, we can certainly do one. Now, the question is, do you want it... Oh, I was going to say white, so you're obviously visible and people can see, but let's be honest, it would look so much more fashionable if it was lovely and black and just plush.
Like a bear. Oh, he can be like a big old plush, like imposing but cuddly bear.
What about, instead of a stole, we can do like a hat with long flaps on it in the lovely black fur. We can give it a pair of little ears. The children will think you're
Nope.
some kind of teddy bear.
Nope. Nope.
Oh, I'm sure you'd love it.
Nope.
You haven't even seen it
Ristaria's
yet. Come
Mobile
on.
Sword Fighter School, first rule, no hats.
Oh, well.
So,
We'll find something. Maybe like a lace scarf or a poncho or something. We'll find something. We can think of something.
I'm
poncho I'm fine with. Something practical, please.
I mean, a
What's
poncho
more
isn't...
practical than being fashion forward?
Well, let's be honest. If we're going with what's practical, it's so hot and humid here. You're wearing far too many layers, far too much armor, and
No.
I mean,
No.
I do know, I can go speak to Gek. I do know that there are some wonderful tailors that do combat, for lack of a better word, bikinis or something.
I'm good.
Oh, come on. You know it'd be great if you could get, oh, I don't know,
No,
the
I
thighs
don't,
out
because
or the calves out. I'm sure.
No. No. I don't even know what you're gonna say next. The answer's already no.
Oh, you're no fun. Fine, fine. You can hover in the back as long as you're seen doing good. Obviously, make it known repeatedly that this is the Imperium's work, that you work for the Imperium, that the Imperium brings hope, freedom, and goodwill for all.
So sorry.
He
So you
rubs
said no
his
to the.
head. Yeah.
You said no to the.
I sure will.
You said. So you said no to the combat bikinis. That mean we can count you out of the calendar shoot?
Yes, you can count me out to the calendar shoot.
Damn. All right. Or we're gonna have to find someone else then.
I'm sure Feynman here will be a great and fine addition and replacement for me.
I will say, Richard here does have a stellar reputation. Every time I've looked into him and asked around about him, everybody says that he's a fine man.
Yeah, imagine they do.
Yep. Yep, that is certainly what they say about him.
Habaru is gonna grab the binder out of the air and then hand it back to Captain Hearn. All right, I think it's time we get going before we find ourselves some trouble.
All right. Well, with that all excited, remember, Wicked, use the hashtag Imperium Rules, and I will see you out there on the medias. All right. As she leaves Calliope standing there. Calliope lets out an audible sigh of relief of just, oh my god, I'm glad that's over. She terrifies me.
No, Warlock, no, Locky, no, leave that down, no.
Or influence.
Rob was a very good conductor.
I mean,
No,
if,
that's not.
I mean, if you really,
That's for conducting. That's for conducting attention, not lightning. No, that's for attention.
well, I mean, when you get back, I'm sure we can arrange for you to go over to Roy Rick's Bits and Tricks, and he can go diving through all the piles over there. Okay?
Yeah. See, we will get you components later. All right, as a treat. We gotta keep ourselves looking nice. All right.
What happened to the days of just go out, fight, and win?
Well, that's
Why do we gotta do this whole social media thing?
because we need to keep people's spirits up after the merge and the economic downturn in Nethrake. People have been really sad, and it's only thanks to the Imperium things have started to turn around. Ever since they got rid of the demons, things have been looking better, but I mean, if you only see bad stuff happening on the news all the time, it's really depressing.
Right, but just nah.
It's one thing to go out and do a good deed and just hope that a bard hears about it. It's another to just have people everywhere being able to watch us do the good deed in real time.
Hey, you better put some respect on bards, all right? They do important things.
Oh, I'm not saying
Oh,
that-
absolutely.
I'm not saying that they're not important. It's just people like Wicked here, and this is one of the reasons why I just had to have her as part of our team. Her positivity. You guys have this presence. You stand out. I really, really think that, you've got the color palette to stand out, and honestly, I think that you guys can do a lot of good for the community.
Oh, you're gonna make me blush. All right, now we gotta go. I need. Okay, I know we didn't really enjoy this last time, but I'm really gonna need you guys to practice your poses.
Okay, so the thing I will say is you just have to be at the Union of Favorable Aquatic Transport first thing in the morning at sunrise. You guys still don't have accommodations yet, do you?
No, we don't.
No.
Do you really want me to book you more beds in the Inquisitorial Barracks?
Just
I
for until the mission, then we'll figure something out afterwards.
I do not require accommodation.
For all of us.
It's more about being seen together, and it kind of reduces as much as I hate it, it reduces visibility if you keep staying in the barracks. Look, Look, I can do this once because it's best right before a mission that you're seen out and about and things like this. And she hands you 4 silver. Go and stay at the Blue Moon Tavern. It's out on the outer circle in the Bay Area. It's near the transportation center, so you guys will be able to get there easily in the morning, and, you know, people get to see you. You know, I mean, we can't keep calling you Omega Squad, but do you have any names that you want to trial as, like, you know, your code name, I guess?
Bear Squad's more like.
The Bear Squad.
Yeah.
Bear, not bear. Spare.
I was about to say, if you wanted to go with the Bear Squad, really should have let Liliana do the bear hat thing.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have even got some like little fingerless gloves with like fur on the back, like mittens, and she makes like little cat paw mittens.
Yeah, see, there you go. And
How could I
that's
help?
probably
It's a gimmick. It's recognizable.
it's probably fine. That's Bear Squad is probably trademarked anyway. We can come up with something.
We can workshop with Spare for now.
All right.
Because
Do you
all
guys?
that they've got to spare.
So Omega Squad is not acceptable?
I mean, we can, but well,
It's fine for business, but we need something for the public later.
to make you approachable and less
The Richards.
more approachable and less authoritarian, I guess. But you guys head on over to the Blue Moon. I will get your packs sent out to you. They should arrive sometime this afternoon. But other than that, the day is yours if you want to stay out of trouble and, you know, stay visible.
Oh, but you don't need to do that.
Look, it's better that you get out there. The only way people are going to start to know you and, you know, respond well to your numbers is if they know who you are. And
All right. But we're paying you back. We're paying you back.
well, I should hope so. 4 silver's a lot when you're at the bottom of the rung.
All right. All right. We're gonna need to work really hard, guys. We can do this. We're practicing our poses. Well, in the room, obviously, not here.
Wicked, just out of curiosity, you ever heard of Wisteria? Or Wisteria?
What, is that a flower?
No. He's a bard.
Ooh. Tell me more.
He's a bard who teaches a sword fighting school, the one I attended. So yes, I know about posing. Unfortunately, I was taught it against my will. So
Ooh, perfect.
yes, you don't need to worry about that as much with me as you might think.
Yeah, I guess it is really mostly about, you know, she looks at the robot and the Jedi.
You mean the robot and the fine man?
The fine man.
Yeah. I mean, what could go wrong? He's a fine man.
I fully expect every pose he strikes, you go, yeah, that's fine.
Oh man, that's fine. That's
All right.
fine.
We won't keep you too
Okay.
long. She pulls out like a chocolate croissant or something out of her cauldron. Right, here you go.
Oh, thank God. She takes it from you, takes a bite into it, gets absolutely covered in crumbs from it as it immediately disintegrates, but she doesn't care. You watch as she grabs the papers that she'd put down on the table and she shoves them into her satchel bag. She's like, okay, well, I'm going to go and organize your requisition packs. You guys go have fun, I guess. Go do something. I don't know. Go to the White Fox Cabaret or something.
All right. Oh yeah, there's a show going. That new illusionist.
Yeah. Well, they must be over from Fairweir or something. So I've heard good things about the show, and I mean, you can get anything you need from there. So, well, if there's anything extra you need, because obviously you guys are going to get grapples and any number of bits and pieces. Is there anything special that you think you might need? I mean, you just got to sit on a train for like 2 days.
Oh, there's always things I need, but none that I think we can get here.
It depends. What are you thinking about? Because, well,
You got dragon scales on hand?
not on me, but you could go talk to, well, the Shadow Districts, the requisitions over in the Shadow District, or, well, White Fox. Well, they can organize people to go through to Anthalomere and Fairweir through there.
Maybe another time. Maybe might have some money to my name. Not you, fine man.
You're fine. You're. She catches herself about to say fine. You're okay. Just
No, please, as many fine jokes as you can make. I'm here for it. I really want them. Don't worry, you're fine.
I might need to grab myself a neck pillow.
Calliope's like, all right, well, I'm going to go organize that. And she leaves you guys to depart and go upon your way. So, what would you guys like to do?
All right. Where'd she say to stay?
So, if you zoom out.
Let's see.
Okay.
Blue Moon Tavern. Is that what is it?
Hello, Uraeans. It's wonderful to have you here. And thank you for the raid. That's amazing. Thank you.
Rated.
Yay!
Hey!
Welcome.
Hello, Raiders.
It's great having a raid. Thank you, guys. It's wonderful. So,
How was the stream, your ants? In chat.
yeah. We're playing
Tell
some
us all about it.
We're playing some Dungeons and Dragons, so
Durgan and Durgan.
Durgan and Durgans. It is getting there. It is literally session 1 today. So the group is figuring out how to leave a meeting room, to be honest.
Now getting to that.
All
The
right.
door locked.
We had to
door's
make
not
the mandatory like 5 or 6 fine man jokes.
We're getting there.
Exactly.
So, where would you guys like to go now that you are free to wander the city to your heart's content?
Look, you had Feynman at Illusionist.
I require a pearl.
You require an adult?
A pearl.
A pearl.
What you need.
I require a pearl.
Oh, right. I just promised him components. Yeah, we can get you a pearl, buddy. Yeah, we gotta go to the cabaret anyway. We gotta pick up. We should really probably prep for this trip. Oh, this is gonna be our chance, guys. This is gonna be our chance.
Isn't
We can show 'em. We can
what
show 'em
they
that-
tell us every time we go out?
I mean, yeah, but I got a good feeling about this one. Just show that fucking asshole that we're only bonded wrong by circumstance.
I'm not too happy that Gamma's going with us, but I'm happy that Delta's going to be there.
Yeah, I'm real glad Delta's there. All right. Do you have any ideas on what we should get? I imagine we're on our way, like we're walking there. As we're
Walking and
discussing.
talking. Yep.
Yep.
As I leave the building.
Explosives, ammunition, some practical armor. You know the works.
I have to say, Andrew,
I'm 10 foot again.
I have to say, Andrew, I'm so proud of you for not straight up like trying to machine gun down the kobold in the room.
Hey, that's not Roland.
He's playing a reasonable and calculating
Well,
character.
Okay, I want to go that far. That's a bit assuming, but
He is the embodiment of logic. I don't see how that could ever go wrong.
Okay, so the question is, how would you guys would like to go to the cabaret? So, would you like to go by monorail, or would you like to walk? Because the White Fox Cabaret is in this same inner circle here. It would take you maybe 45 minutes to walk there though.
Wait,
Do you require transportation?
I thought Clint turned into a van.
Oh, Warlock
Did he not
turned
turn
into
a
a.
van?
No, he made himself taller again. I believe.
Ah, okay. Oh, that's the van noise. Okay, I'm
That's
getting
the
this
van
now.
noise.
The specific noises. Okay.
Yes.
Well, we're driving now.
god.
Is anyone required to drive Warlock, or does he drive himself?
He drives himself. But
Warlock's
someone
a
has to
big
sit in the
car, he
driver's
can
seat.
handle it.
I was
Hey,
gonna
if
say,
you
is
want to,
it rude to sit in the driver's seat?
I mean, if Richard wants to handle Warlock's joystick, go for it.
But Richard does not have his license. In my mind, he took the test several times. And he
Warlock
has
is
not
actually
been
pretty
able to figure it
comfy.
out.
He actually has captain chairs.
His,
Captain Chair's nice.
Richard's quote was, why are there two pedals in four directions? I don't get it.
Okay, so
Habaru,
Nope.
you're team leader.
Temporary
Like-
team leader.
He's got to, you got to drive.
okay, so you all pile into the Warlock mobile.
What is the back like? If the front's got captain chairs, I like to imagine the back is two rows of chairs on either wall facing each other.
No, it's pretty much decked out the same as the A team. But they can fold out the way so you can put storage in the back.
Oh, okay. How many mounted
nice.
machine guns are we talking? 3?
I have to question, are you just a tradie van?
No.
Are you a minivan?
The hardest case of yes I've ever heard.
He's
Yeah,
purple and he actually has a mural on both sides.
What is the mural of?
It's
do I ask?
a wizard-style character holding a crystal ball above his head, and 2 semi-clad ladies either side of him.
Yeah, of course it is. On both sides.
On both sides, yeah.
For God's sake.
There's a subreddit for van art, isn't there? Where people just to put ridiculous.
Okay. So,
I will say no one gets to sit up front and shotgun, as that's where I will put my greatsword, and then I will take the driver's seat.
Oh, bastard. Alright.
I
He
mean,
goes to the back.
Wicked.
I'm sorry, but there's no other windows bar the drivers and the passenger.
Wicked,
And the rear windows.
You do know that by having Warlock on your team, you have a very identifiable vehicle, though, that adds to your whole aesthetic.
I just wish to. I wish the art was a little more covered.
It's hard to find an angle for the photo without a woman in it.
But our target demographic of young men ages 16 to 25 were really popular.
Okay, so
The
you're
van
piling.
is really popular, guys.
They're my favorite. I love them.
So, so you get into the Warlock mobile. Find your seats, obviously in the back of the van because Habaru has taken up the front seat with his sword. I don't think he's gone as far as to strap it in with the seatbelt.
Oh no, I
Surely
would
he
have.
has.
Oh my god!
Why would I not? Safety first.
That's right. Always lock your sword up. Anyway,
We get into a crash and that sword's loose. It's gonna be a problem.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
yeah,
a
the sword's gonna-
big problem.
okay.
Yeah, the sword might break its neck on the airbag.
So turning on your indicator, you pull out into traffic. For everyone who wants to know, because I am Australian, it's Australian road rules and Australian driving side. So sorry, Americans.
Ugh.
The driver's side is on the right. So have fun with that.
Oh, my heart can't take.
So you pull out into traffic, and Habaru, he is pretty correct. Warlock is correct. You don't actually have to drive him very much. Yeah, there's a steering wheel there, but you don't even have to hold on to it because Warlock is handling himself quite well.
The steering wheel is electrified.
Actually, I need to ask this. Warlock, do you have vehicle proficiency? Because I'm just remembering what your backstory is, and I'm like, hang on a second, how would you know how to drive?
You downloaded it.
Oh, you
It's
downloaded
the
it.
van.
Yeah,
It's like walking.
I know karate.
Oh, God. That being said, reading a book about something called downloading a manual doesn't mean that you can.
Means you understand how.
I know how to do it.
Okay.
It's very, very much like Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger
Okay.
driving the car for the first time. He'll work it out.
You know what? For the sake of this, vehicle handling is dexterity, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, roll me a dex. Just see how you go. Let's. I'm assuming you're a manual vehicle, a stick shift.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
it's
let's
a
see if you
huge
bunny hop this. That's. Oh, jeez.
It's average.
It's not terrible. It's a little staggered, but you've got all the basics. You remember to indicate, you wait till there's a gap, you pull out. It's a little fast to begin with, but you do eventually start to vibe with it. You can see the speed signs and stuff like this. So,
You do remember that comment you made just earlier about what side to drive on?
yeah.
It takes a little bit to work to change. I should be on the other side.
Okay. Okay. So, it takes a little bit, but you get there in the end. And
Why is everyone going the wrong way?
oh yeah, Habaru, you've got a front seat to this that. Hang on a second, you're on the wrong side of the road.
This reminds him of his teacher for all the wrong reasons, and he's just mentally screaming, "Repress! Repress! Ignore it! It's fine!"
There are a lot of cars swerving around your vehicle, but then eventually he's like, oh, and swerves onto the right side of the road as you're coming around the circle of the circle of the inner wall here. So I'll move you as you're heading into the upper district. You do, as you are driving through this lower district, you do see in the distance the giant white spires of the Mages College, the Scarlet Magisterium. It reaches high into the sky. These giant pillars of white. You can see that in the dim light of this place, of Purgatory, you can see that it's actually adorned in a lot of gold as well. It is almost like a shining beacon that is heavily illuminated by the neons and phosphorescence of all of the signage around here. As you pass through, do the click and the shift. Yep. As you eventually can see the rising towers, the scrolling lights, the neons that are adorning the water fountains out the front, everything that reminds you of the Las Vegas Strip is set out before you with the White Fox Cabaret. It is a giant building in and of itself that has theaters, it has cabaret halls, it has gambling tables, it has diners and bars and places where you can meet up with people. It is this place where it seems to, the whole feel of the atmosphere of Moonblight and Purgatory is everything is kind of just waiting. The White Fox Cabaret stands as a bastion of life. Everything about it radiates life and vibrancy and abundance, which is to be expected considering the White Fox Cabaret is a temple tavern dedicated to the kitsune god Shinzi.
Does it have a large neon kitsune with a thumb pointing at itself and animated?
No, it's not. It's not quite that tacky. It doesn't need to be.
Dang.
But again, this is yet another giant light. I dread to say white building, based off of the fact that Shinzi is a white kitsune. Again, there is lots of gold everywhere that seems to catch the light of all of the bright neons. There are spotlights that rove into the sky, pointing at different billboards and whatnot on the front of it. Like I said, it's very reminiscent of Las Vegas.
All right, don't get too excited, everybody. We're here for business, to prep for a trip and a show. That is all she seems half talking to herself. She's looking at all the gambling halls and the drinking areas and all.
Wicked. Do I need to hold on to your wallet for you?
No, I got a good hold on it. It's right here. She's like clutching it in her hands.
Right.
You pull up out the front, and there is a little podium out the front, and you can see that there are two gentlemen, young gentlemen, a little bit older than teenager, just this side of young adult, both obviously capable of driving. You see these two young Verdant gentlemen. They look relatively lithe, reasonably elven in appearance. So you kind of assume that they have more elven heritage that is mixed with their goblin side. As one of them seems to kind of take a step forward to approach the vehicle, as you realize that this is a valet wanting to know if you need your van parked.
Do you have
No,
does
we're
this
good.
van have like a sliding door? Like,
I don't know, Warlock, do you have a sliding door?
is this a
No.
sliding door van or no? Okay.
Actually, yeah, no, it has got the sliding door on the side there. Yes, on the left side.
All right. Oh yeah, we're okay. Wicked will just pop out of the side. Just like, no worries, boys. This guy's automatic, and she'll just sort of
They kind of give you a little nod.
step out. Just wait for everybody else to join her.
Everyone gets out.
It's going to be uncomfortable if they don't.
Yes, I will get out with my sword.
So he transformed back to his full 10 foot height and then shrinks.
So wait. You have to go from car to 10 feet to 6 foot. You can't go
Yep.
from 6 foot. Okay.
There's a process.
Okay, excuse me. How dare I skip
Don't
that
expect him to
part?
do this in a hurry, basically.
No.
Okay, so as you change, your feet hit the beautiful gold velour plush carpet that is leading up the stairs. At the top, in front of the revolving door, you see two women. One a snowy coloured shifter woman, and the other appears to be a young human woman. She has half of her dark curly hair braided, the other half is dyed in shades of this kind of mulberry colour and bright orange. You can see that she has all of these little lights laced into the braided side. Her eyes have this glowing luminescence to them, almost like they're backlit, like they're filled with LEDs. You can see that these LEDs rim the top lash line like liner. As you can see that she's got this tattoo as well. She has these metallic computer chip like augmentations down her neck and shoulder. As she sees you, Wicked, and raises a hand. Alright, how you doing, Wicked?
Oh dear, I'm doing so well. Gods, you guys know how to present.
Fia's just waiting for you. I mean,
Yeah, she'll. Oh, go ahead.
you got IDs, lads, or...
Yeah, right. She'll reach into her pack. She'll fumble a bit, looking around. Oh, right. Okay, here we go. She'll pull out her ID.
Alright, let's have a look. Well, looking fabulous as always, Wicked. What about you, gentlemen? I'm assuming you're coming in, you're going to use the gambling floors, things like that?
Sure.
What is ID?
I just need to check that you're legally allowed to go into the drinking areas and the gambling floors. Just anything that says you're over the age of 18.
I'm allowed to die, but I'm not allowed
I
to
am not over 18. I am only a few months old.
I mean, I say 18. I'm a human. Well, I'm a Makia. As long as you're of legal age to be able to drive, drink for your various species.
I
Oh, yeah,
am
he's
very
fine.
good at driving.
Yeah, he drove us here. He should be fine.
I still need to see your ID, Wicked. Do you know how this works?
I will present my ID.
All right.
I will scan Wicked's ID. And then I will minor illusion a similar card but with Warlocks on it.
She kind of holds it up, looks at it. You watch as there's a slight whirring of her iris and pupil as she kind of scans over it. She kind of just gives you a look, but she's like, all right. I mean, clockwork automatons can't really get drunk anyway, so fine. What about you, Goldie?
Richard looks panicked. I left my ID in the van.
I did not feel it.
Just don't understand how the van works. Where it's gone. Okay. Sorry, I just thought of that. I don't know. Anyway, I'll sit outside for a moment and try and find my ID. I don't think he actually has ID. He has no possessions. I
Absolutely
don't
no
know what to do with
positions.
this. No, I've got like my swords, and that's about it. He's due to backstory things. He doesn't technically like have an identity, does he? If you recall part of his backstory.
Oh my god, you're an illegal alien.
All right. Look,
Can I slip her some gold? Is that an option?
I don't think so.
look.
Can they be bribed and help?
You look a bit down on your luck, my lad. If you can promise me that the next time you come in, you'll have gone to the administration office and gotten your paperwork sorted and got your ID, I will let you in this once, because that is,
Certainly.
you know, that is part of Shinzi's way. Love and life and all that kind of stuff. So it's also pretty clear that you're an adult, and I will let you in just this once. Do it again and I will find you and I'll rip your innards out through your belly button. Got it?
She's not kidding. I've seen her do it before.
Horrifyingly so.
All right, people, in you go. Wicked, you know where all the photo spots are if you want the regular ones. If you want something else, let Gal know. I'm sure that they can organise something. All right.
Alrighty. Thank you very much, Fia.
Enjoy your afternoon at the White Fox Cabaret. And she lets you through the revolving doors. So as you head through the revolving doors, we are going to take a quick 5-minute break to go to the bathroom, get a drink of water, this kind of thing. And we will see you back here in 5 minutes, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Oh, give it a second to figure out what it's doing. There we go. Hello. Welcome back,
Hey, and we're back.
everybody. Yes, we're back. Welcome back, everybody, to Equinox, a Dungeons and Dragons game where we have just entered the White Fox Cabaret. So, entering into this place, there are clockwork automaton servers everywhere. You can hear the ringing and chimes of bells as people are winning on slot machines and all sorts. You can hear the chime of musical overtures coming from one of the theaters. You can hear just that dull roar of chatter from the variety of bars around the place. So, what are you guys thinking you would like to do?
Keep an eye on Wicked.
Wicked or Warlock?
Wicked will.
Oh,
There's
that's
a lot of
good
things
question.
for them to take apart around here.
Probably Warlock, because I feel like Wicked at
He's already
most
started.
will.
He's already
Yeah.
started. Not a one-armed bandit.
Yeah,
No, wait. No, wait. I wanted to read that one. She'll like mage hand on his shoulder, like try to turn him away from it.
Well, it's just like by the end of the night, I'll have that arm.
I wish to know how it works.
No, no, you can't take these apart. These are all really expensive.
until you have the money, which you don't.
But there is money inside.
Right, but it's not yours.
Whose is it?
Not yours.
But if I take
we
it that
just
it's
can't-
mine,
No, we discussed this, Warlock. You can't just take the money.
You gotta win it.
win.
Win.
You gotta earn it in a game chance. Come on, buddy. We went over this. We went over the whole commerce and trade. And this is just trading luck, basically.
What is luck?
Back.
Hopper will pull out a gold coin. Call heads or tails.
Heads or tails?
Yeah, either or. One of them.
Oh, I must choose.
Yes.
Heads.
He will flip coin. Let it land on he'll catch it, slap it on his wrist. Hey, look. Heads. You were lucky. You had a 50-50 chance.
This is luck.
Yeah,
mean,
luck is a
chance.
force of probability and chance and stuff.
So if I flip this machine,
No.
I may have a
No,
No. No.
no, you're getting a little closer, but no.
Not close at all, actually. Luck is situational based.
She like has a little light bulb moment. I can demonstrate on how it works. She's
ahead.
gonna make her way to like one of the slot machines.
Oh god.
She's,
You walk over to
She's
one of
gonna
the slot
go to-
machines that has it's got like a really pretty forest scape on the top headboard of it. You can see that it's got a number of kind of glowing gemstones on the screen, as well as some fruit. Every now and then like a monkey ducks out from the side, and it's just a classic pull spin.
all right, she's gonna look around, make sure there's no any nosy news crew. Making sure. All right.
Wicked. What
Uh,
about
this-
our image?
Shush. This is a nice place. And she's gonna slide in a coin, a gold piece. He has a few of those. All right, so this one you just put in the coin, and you pull down the lever here, and you try to get some matches. And if you match enough, you'll get back more than you put in.
It's a game of chance.
Yeah, it's a game, a very, very fun. It's just an amazing sensation where all little colors and bright lights and I'll just show you. And she just pulls the lever.
You watch as the numbers start to spin. The fruit is swapping between a watermelon, a mango, a banana, and just turning over and over and over. Every now and then you see a flash of a gemstone as you watch as the first one rings up an emerald, the second one rings up a ruby, and the third one rings up a banana.
Okay, that was a good demonstration, and we better continue on to a photo shoot, right?
You
Right,
did not
Feynman?
win. Does that mean you have?
The
Bad
voice.
luck.
There you go. Well, I mean, that's just one instance. I mean, it's just a damn photo shoot. You gotta step up
Warlock,
what is the...
You know how your chances of being struck by lightning are very low?
Affirmative.
Just because you aren't being struck by lightning doesn't mean your luck is bad. It just means it's not happening. That's really all luck is does it happen or does it not happen? It's like flipping a coin 5 times and getting heads each time. The chance of it happening decreases each time, and if someone does that, then they might be considered extremely lucky.
Interesting. Probability is luck.
To a degree. Now, you can control some probability. To a degree. That doesn't make you more lucky. It just means you're increasing your chances.
I will ponder this.
Cowabunga, dude.
I will say, in my experience, luck does not like being altered artificially.
Yeah.
It's like pulling
Luck
on a
has a
rubber
way
band.
of winning its own game. And
Yeah,
we're all
it'll,
unfortunately forced
it's like
to play
pulling on a
it.
rubber band. It'll eventually snap back. Or you pull, the harder it'll snap back.
To reality.
What if the
Yeah,
rubber band
nope.
breaks?
What if probability breaks?
I'm not sure if anybody's pulled that hard, but I imagine not great.
We'll consider.
Please don't consider doing that.
So,
Then
you make your... I'm assuming you're walking and talking away from the slot machines at this point.
We're always walking and talking.
She's looking longingly behind her.
You make your way to what appears to an internal courtyard that the top has these wooden beams all across it, and you just see that it is festooned with dangling fairy lights. There are, on the very short, squat wooden tables, there are these large bell jars with very thick pillar candles in them. And you do notice that there are these glowing fairy fire lights dancing over the top of them. They seem to be pulsing, and twirling in time to the music that's playing. It is a little on the louder side. You do notice that a lot of people are having to talk quite loud to speak over it, but it isn't to the point that conversation can't be held. A number of them do have drinks in front of them. They seem to be in quite tall glasses, almost like tiki drinks, in various different colors. You can see that the straws have some kind of luminescence to them, almost like they're glow stick straws, I guess, that seem to light up the internal colors of these drinks to these bright blues and greens and purples, so that you can kind of see the different fruits and whatnot inside them. It's all very, very pretty and aesthetic. A number of the seats around the place as well. Also, you do notice that some of the lighting from underneath the base of the tables seems to have a blue light aesthetic to it, because some of the plush rugs that are covering the seats do kind of give off that glow, like under blue light, of the much brighter colors.
Oh, they got the glowy straws out today. God, I love this place. All right, try to make these shoots quick. All right, Feynman, Richard, have you been practicing your poses?
Absolutely, and he's striking a classic Feynman pose with arms crossed, standing there like he always does.
Okay.
As you're standing there, Richard, a gentleman comes and stands next to you with a tray in his hand with a number of, probably about a dozen shot glasses with luminescent shots on them in different coloured layers. Just these rainbow shots in blue, red, and orange. And he kind of just stands next to you. Hello, Wicked. Hello, Feynman. Can I interest you in a shot?
Absolutely, you
Wicked,
can.
Wicked looks at Richard's pose like, yes, please. And she grabs one hand, grabs on the other, grabs another one with mate hand.
So, this gentleman.
I'm gonna need this.
This gentleman is very familiar with you, Wicked. I suppose, yes, with you as well, Richard. He does recognise you. He has quite pale skin for those people who can't see the picture, obviously. You can see that he's got these dark markings around his eyes that kind of drip down onto his cheeks, bright red eyes, black lipstick that also trails down his chin, very dark hair that's pulled up into essentially a man bun with shaved sides, wearing very nice black loose-fitting shirt made out of linen that's rolled up to the elbows. He is a Netherblood Dampier by the name of Emmanuel Montgomery, and he hands you a shot, Richard. The blue light catches them, making them seem almost neon under the light. Little early in the day to be drinking, isn't it?
We're just taking a little load off. We're gonna be taking a very important, very probably dangerous mission tomorrow. So we're just making sure to live it up a bit.
Oh, nice. You're actually getting out of the town once in a while.
Yep.
Well, that's good.
We catching the train tomorrow. Gonna be a long journey.
Nice.
So gotta make sure I get our photo shoots out of the way.
He holds the tray out so you can also take a shot. Also to you, Habaru and Warlock.
What kind of alcohol is it?
At the moment, it's some vodka, some peach schnapps, just a little bit of creme de menthe, you know, just to take the edge off. You don't want it to be too sweet. I mean, I can get you something fruitier if you want. I can do one of the big style tiki drinks. I can put it on your tab. I give you warning though. They'll come after the manager will come after you soon if you don't start paying it. Mahomie is starting to cut down on it.
Rich, do you have a tab?
Me or was it? I thought it was
I mean, it's your
referring to.
it's your whole group. Ever since you started with the Inquisitors, obviously they let you have a tab because the influencers need to come in, take the photos, part of the
How
social
much
media.
is the tab?
At the moment,
money trouble.
it's about 100 gold. I can always pass it on to Calliope to pay for you. Out of your
No,
party
no,
funds.
wait.
Wait,
we-
hang on. Which one of you assholes has been here to rack up 100 gold?
It doesn't take much.
And we'll be able to fulfill it easily. But, we'll just take care of the photo shoot and we'll take care of it. Yeah,
Yes.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah, no, I trust you. I believe you.
Does he require to be paid?
I mean, everybody
Uh,
likes to be paid for their work, but if you want to be able to keep coming in and using the venue and things like this,
Wicked
reach
puts
down.
down one of the drinks that she was about to drink. She puts it back on the tray. Like, yeah, we'll be fine.
all right.
Warlock will reach down, and his thigh will slightly open up. He will reach in and grab at 100 gold.
How do you have 100 gold?
He's made of gold. That's his bones that is paying with.
Okay, so you hand over 100 gold.
Use your payment.
Oh, very much obliging, thank you, sir. All right, I'll go. I'll let Mahomie know that you've paid off your tab, and yeah, all good. But if
Oh,
you want,
cool.
if you
If
want
you-
the best views today, I would actually go up 2 decks. They've actually got the cages at the moment. You know, the ones with the little lights that look like stars, up on the rave floor.
Oh, those are available? Oh, awesome. Montgomery, you're the best. You're the best, Montgomery.
No problem. Keep out of trouble, Wicked.
Oh, when have I ever caused trouble?
He just
All
gives
right,
you a
let's go.
pointed look.
All right, let's go before he answers that. Let's go. Come on.
So you
Right.
you guys go up to the rave floor.
Yeah, she's like ushers everybody up. All right, we're like, you're gonna see a lot of bright flashing things and electronics, everything. You are not to touch any of them. You hear me? No. Hey, look at me. Look at me. She like snap your finger.
He'll look down.
The lights are for show. Don't go for any of the sound system. None of the light. None of this. There might be a smoke machine. No touching that. Not okay. Just follow me. Like before we even get to the rave floor.
Affirmative.
Okay.
As you're walking up the stairs, a couple of cabaret dancers in very minimalistic spangly skirts, a very high cut, coming to a point. They have these big faux wings on their back, these big headdresses, kind of walk past you, Richard. One of their wings kind of like collects yours a little bit, tickles the inside of it with the feathers.
Wow. I did not like that visual. Oh. Richard, like, I don't know how to describe it. Looks disgusted. He's like,
She kind of just
rubbing the inside of his wing.
she kind of just looks across at you and she's like, "Oh, sorry," and just keeps walking, not realizing she's absolutely repulsed you.
just riled. I look uncomfortable and sad now. You ruined my day.
Just handed you their liver or something. Like,
Yeah.
what is up, my man? Like, what's good?
Just
Why are
did
we
not-
panicking?
Did not like that.
Are you not into girls? I mean, there's plenty of guys around here too.
Out of character context, that's just my legitimate reaction to that visual, so I thought it made sense. No, it's not. It's not
No,
that.
I get you.
It just did not like the. It was scaly on feathery. It's a very bad feeling. It's like chalk on a nail
Oh,
board.
okay, I got you. Okay, I got you.
I assume that that's how it works in hell. Everything's backwards, right?
No. All right. Don't say that too loud. That might be a bit offensive. All right. Anyway, to keep your wings a bit more tucked. Just relax. There's a place of joy, of ease, living.
We're about to live, are we?
Yes.
You say as you throw open the doors, the double doors to the rave floor, where you see that indeed there are go-go poles and neon lit go-go cages with all of these starry lights, these flashing neons. It's wonderful. You can see that there are workstations that you can kind of stop by to put neon body paint on yourselves, but as this open entranceway is flat where you can put on all your paints and stuff, you see it leads down a staircase into what appears to be a foam pit. It's clear that they've got foam cannons out today. The foam is lit up like it is covered in glitter, and the first thing you notice, Richard, there's a lot of bodies here. A lot of them are pressed closely together.
How many of them are feathered?
There are a couple of Asimar here, but not too many particularly feathered.
That's fine. That's just the actual feeling of it happening to you.
Feathers running softly up your membranous inside.
Stop talking about it. Honestly, let's move on. Gang, let's get into this rave. I'm gonna be... Put me in a cage.
I turned around in session 0 and said, "Is there anything you don't want me to talk about?" You didn't realise that feathers
I didn't
on
know.
wings.
I didn't know.
You always learn something
Honestly,
new about yourself.
this is a shock to me as much as it is to you. I don't know why the visual hurt, but it did.
Okay.
So, this is supposed to help our branding by being at a rave?
I see what
No,
way
they-
everyone. Warlock is typing. What is he walking towards to disassemble now?
No, not the go-go cage. There's like a really nice backdrop right here. Like it's like a starry night sky. It's very nice. It's usually kind of books or like just really crowded around there, but thank you. Oh,
Yeah, you hear the sound of
She
grinding
sees,
glass.
Like, thinks Warlock is like cleaning up a bit.
Can you hear it over the music? How loud is it?
Yeah, well, because you're right next to it, it sounds like glass bottles going into a garbage bin when it closes.
Is it reminiscent of chalk on a nail board?
No, it is not reminiscent of chalk.
No, not at all.
It is reminiscent of glass being crushed.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bit of a crush and vibration noise next to you. You can't hear it. If you were further away, you wouldn't be able to hear it. But because you're right next to him, yeah, you hear the sound of what is essentially what would be a wine glass going through a garbage disposal.
Basil.
Oh, it's the. What's with this episode? Weird descriptions of things.
We're a weird
The
group.
kind of things
Alright.
you can feel in your teeth. You know what I mean?
Like biting on alfoil.
Yeah, like that. All right, moving along yet again.
Learn
What are we
another
doing?
thing that Kevin
Photos or
doesn't
some
like.
shit?
Okay. So, are you going to stop and paint yourselves up? Are you going to just head straight to the...
Were we getting stuff done to our uniforms? Were we doing? Or is this like a pre-shoot?
Calliope is organising for your launch outfits, basically. So tomorrow,
so
when
that's
you're
just
getting
how
on
we're
the
gonna
airship,
look on mission.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. No.
these
I
are
should've
these
been
are more candid.
but-
These are more candid shots of day in a life of an adventurer, kind of thing.
Okay.
Basically, as social influencers, you are, the idea is that you are seen doing good works, helping the community, but also showing up the positive sides of being part of the inquisitorial squad, being adventurers.
Getting turned up.
Yeah, like,
Oh,
yeah, to basically encourage other young individuals like yourself to want to join the inquisitorial squad.
Just showing us all being just comrades and partners, just getting along, have a good time. That's what we're doing here. We're having a
Friendship.
good time.
As you see Richard, like, visibly coil in on himself of, like, no.
no, Richard's fine with friendship. It's good. Just doesn't like
Oh my god.
tactile
The
feelings.
foam blasters too.
Listen, as long as no one says we're just business associates, we'll all be cool.
Look, at this stage, me and Warlock, we're business associates.
I like to say, you say that as Warlocks has, like, neon black light paint all over his hands as he's been cleaning that up now. They're just glowing handprints everywhere.
He went to grab some to study it, realized it got on his hand, tried to wipe it off, realized he's just spraying it around his body.
I should have put a skill in performance for giggles. I will. Oh God. I will get some of the. I'm sorry. It was paint, correct? It was
Yeah,
neon paint.
It's
Okay.
basically black light body paint.
Okay. I will do a symbol on my chest, which will be a musical note, except instead of the little detail thing musical notes have, because I don't fucking know anything about musical notes. It will be 2 little points of a sword instead, the symbol for Rysteria's little sword fighter school.
Okay, so instead of, like, the little tail, it's got the cross guard.
Yeah.
I figured what you meant. Cool. So as you're doing that, you watch as a what appears to be a bridal party comes past. One of them has a little, like, you can tell by the sash and the body paint and things like this. They all look like they've been having a great time. One of them has a suction cup little, like, helicopter whirly pinwheel that they kind of, laughing and joking and everything, kind of suction to the top of Warlock's head as they walk out. And you can
He'll reach up. He'll reach up and start playing with it.
You can see that Warlock, people have been, like, every time someone's gone past Warlock on their way out of this room, they've taken off, like, one of their glow bangles or bracelets or necklets or whatever and put it on Warlock.
Oh, Warlock's life of a party. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know what this
now you're
thing
getting it.
is.
Just follow Warlock's example, you guys. He's doing great.
What is
doing
Warlock? He's
nothing?
just standing there, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
turning the pinwheel on his head.
Physically standing
Turn the
there.
pinwheel on my head.
All right, I'll walk over and spin his pinwheel.
Oh, you'll spin his pinwheel.
This is great.
Yeah.
What
Alright.
is its purpose?
Do you think this stuff is a hazard to skin or an irritant?
Oh no, it's made for all kinds of skin.
I'll say back
Even
to
scales,
Warlock. I
yes.
don't know yet. I'm sure I'll find out what its purpose is. As I just keep spinning.
Habaru will swipe a little bit over his nose, and that is the extent of what he will do. All right, this is what you got for me. So,
So he looks like a lifesaver. Is that like a surf lifesaver with the sunscreen on their nose?
I'm just trying to figure out why Evil One's table flipping
Where is he table flipping?
in the chat.
Why not?
Yeah.
He's partying. That's how he.
Party hard.
that's how it
Okay,
goes.
yep, got it.
Yeah.
So you can see, Wicked, that Habaru has painted himself up very minimalistically, but at least it's a vibe. You can see that Warlock is absolutely covered in glow bracelets. He's got this little pinwheel, and both he and Richard are absolutely enamored with this little pinwheel that is suction cupped to his head.
She's like, all right, now. She's like internally going, all right, now I gotta get this energy to the backdrop. How do I?
How do I herd these cats?
All right, guys. All right, you guys are doing great. This looks great. Let's just maybe take this over to the backdrop. Let's get these pictures.
Why don't you try grabbing some candid shots?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, she's
candid,
gonna
you
pull out
know?
her-
We're not all running on all cylinders all the time.
It serves little purpose, yet my senses are finding this pleasurable.
Uh-oh.
Nice. Yes. Yes. Hold that feeling. Hold that look. And she's gonna pull out her ethereal connector.
As you're snapping shots, the DJs turn on a very upbeat hype song that is making its way around the hextagram and the like. Recently, I don't know if you've heard it, the I need more energy, more passion. That one.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh good, I'm glad someone does. I
Uh,
just
as
like
it's
to
going
think
on,
that giggle was actually
Wicked
Warlock.
is going to like scoop up some of the foam that's around, and she's going to just start fashioning it as like onto her head, all over her body, into like hair and like.
A proverbial modern day Marie Antoinette.
Yes,
Got it.
she's gonna make her hair a boat.
Yep, you are pulling the poses. You're getting photos of the boys. Everybody, just roll me a performance.
Oh boy!
First roll.
First
Oh,
rolls.
I whispered it to Tegan by accident, but it's 5.
All right,
13.
16. All right,
See, Feynman is a fine man.
That's a fine man.
25.
25.
That's a medicine,
That-
Wicked. You're making
That's
sure.
a medicine.
That is. It is the same bonus. Can I?
You know what? I'll allow
Using
this.
illicit drugs.
I'll allow it for this.
For your first roll,
Thank
you
you.
get one
You know what?
mulligan.
You know what? Wicked, Warlock, and Richard, they're actually pulling it out. Like, Richard's always been a bit reserved in front of the camera. Like, you've had to work hard to get him out of his shell. But between him and Warlock and that pinwheel was a godsend. Like, it is... The foam, the pinwheel, everything's working. And then you realize that Habaru is kind of just standing, leaning against a pillar off to one side with his arms crossed. He's glowing, but the energy's not there unless, you know, it's a little bit too relaxed for what you're going for.
She's thinking. She's pondering. How do I bring this man out into the spotlight? She's gonna slide on over to Habaru. Like, hey, so I know I know this is a bit out of your element. You know, I know this is a lot to ask of you. You know, you're not really used to all this. I can understand. It's a bit of a challenge for you, and I know you don't do well with those.
I don't do well with challenges.
With fire.
I mean, sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, this definitely isn't your element. I mean, you know.
The vibes are whack here.
Yeah,
I can say.
I can understand that. This isn't really something for you, I suppose. But look, I've really help a lot if you like just like okay, just like lift your hands up a bit. She's gonna try to position you a bit. All right, just all right. I can help. I can help you. I can like just. It's just gonna like try to get you like just shake your body around.
Okay, I will
I-
let Wicked
sh-
do what she
just
needs
shake.
to.
Just
You are,
like flail around a bit.
She's gonna shake your sillies out and wiggle your waggles away.
Do I make another performance?
I will
check?
allow another performance with advantage.
Okay,
This is
let's
being
see.
shaken.
It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
Hey.
Yeah, you
Oh,
got a
that's-
bit. You got a bit of a feel. You're feeling it. You're vibing. You think you've got it.
I'm telling you. I had a bard as a teacher. Once
Yeah,
I'm
see,
actually
you
out
got it.
there in my element doing the fighting, I can put on a show.
Yeah, and that we definitely got plenty of that, but we need people need to see that we're not all like just warfare and like we're not all just
But
about the
we are,
business and the battle. No, we could be more than that. I know there's more to
though.
you than
Point of
that.
unit.
The point of our unit is to make people feel safe,
And my
and they need to feel safe
Change it,
around
hang
us
on.
too.
okay, I can hear again.
Right. The point of our unit is to make people feel safe. And to that, they need to feel safe around us too. They need to feel like we're just like them as well.
Like them, and I'll glance to Warlock.
Well, they as in they're like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
We're-
it's just, yeah.
I know you relax and everything like a bit different from me, but we're all in this together, you know.
Yes. I understand. I'll try not to give you too much grief, but bear with me.
I gotcha. And you're not doing too bad. You're not doing too bad. I mean, you're definitely kind of rigid, which it's a good thing. These are just pictures, but you know. But hey, you're good. You're going. You're getting it. Like up. Don't step on my foot. You're stepping on my hoof.
You managed to find the location, and I mean, Emmanuel was correct. It is it is actually empty for once, and it's reasonably foam free. It is covered in the fairy lights. It looks ethereal. A bit of the smoke has come through, so it coats the floor. It's looking very ethereal. Cosmos with space dust, and with the slight light from the black lights off of the paint, it kind of looks a little bit like a galaxy setup picture at the moment.
All right. Okay. Let's get this shoot done.
You get them all posed up. This is a deliberate pose. You get them all posed up, Wicked, and you manage to snap a few pictures. They actually look like they're having fun.
Warlock has a foam beard.
Yes.
There's a photo of everyone pointing at the pinwheel on Warlock's head. You know, very, very stage pictures, but they still look nice. So, you know, you guys actually finish it up. Do you enjoy dancing or anything like that, or are you deciding that you're finishing up here for today?
Richard Feynman is not a dancer.
Yeah.
You're doing the
yeah.
two-
His wings are too large.
You're doing the two-step shuffle.
I'm doing the I want to go home dance.
Not to be confused with the I gotta pee dance.
No, never to be confused with that.
All right. Wicked sees that. All right. Everybody seems to have gotten their wiggles out. This is about the extent of the fun they can have in this environment.
Without spending money,
Except
yeah.
for Warlock. Yeah, except for Warlock. Warlock seems to be warming up to it more and more, but she doesn't
He's doing
know.
he's doing the robot.
Warlock, roll me a perception. While the others are like, as Wicked is going through and like color correcting and stuff, the photos on a etheric connector and stuff.
He ain't
Wonderful.
seeing nothing.
Oh, poor Warlock. Well, I mean, yeah, you didn't see anything, but because you're kind of just looking around at all the flashing lights and everything, which is why, considering that, you know, Richard, you know that Warlock really enjoys picking things up, taking things apart to figure out how they work. You're really surprised that he doesn't notice that about 6 little clockwork automaton robotic mice vacuums that are rolling around the place, just around your feet.
He's got foam in his senses.
It's just a little man filled with foam. What are they doing? They're just vacuuming him.
No, they're just vacuuming the floor around the people. Like, people are dropping stuff and they're going over and vacuuming it up and then
okay.
disappearing
I
off.
see why.
Yeah.
I see why he would want to see them. Okay.
But
I'm
he's
gonna draw absolutely zero attention to that because I've been told to watch out for Warlock and not explicitly been told before to not encourage him.
in
and I
fact
am
you
a
even
bad
kick
influence.
kick one away.
Go away, little machines.
If you want to live, run. Okay. So you round up the herd, Wicked, and start to lead them from the place. You say goodbye to Emmanuel on the way, Emmanuel and Fia. And you make your way back outside. It is
She'll have one more go at a slot machine while
on your
on the way
Nope,
out.
nope. Habu will wrap an arm around Wicked and basically lift her up her feet with his arm around her shoulder and carry her out the building.
She like
So when was
whimpers.
I going to be told about that 100 gold tap we owed?
After I mean,
Yep.
optimally never.
Yep, there we go. Yeah.
She like harumps and crosses her arms.
he puts you back inside the Warlock mobile.
Oh,
Can we
Haven't changed
transform
yet.
him,
No, yeah. In
Oh.
wrangling Habu, in wrangling Wicked, you don't notice that Warlock stops. You just hear the chink 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 chink.
Feynman is intently watching. He does not understand how this fantastic machine works.
Yeah, you don't understand how this
Wicked's even more
you don't know
intently
how
watching.
this fantastic machine works, but you do know that Habaru and Wicked are like distracted at the moment. So neither you and Warlock understand exactly what happens when the 3 little ducks line up and all the lights start flashing.
Feynman runs. He runs as fast as he can because
And then there's just the sounds of coins, just coins and coins and coins.
I appear to have broken it.
No,
You better get out of here before we get in trouble again.
none of you guys broke it. It just means you won.
I rolled a
Hey,
nat
you're
20.
too busy with Wicked. Let the idiots handle this one.
There's a lot of platinum coins here, Warlock. There's a lot of platinum coins here. Like the whole bottom tray is filled.
Wicked's eyes, bright yellow eyes turn into bright yellow dollar signs.
Can I take these?
My
Still
God.
carrying Wicked, I'll walk back over to.
We were told not to take them from the machines, though. That was our last direction in the machines.
No,
I'm
Warlock, you
confused.
did it. You did it. The Warlock, the machine's giving them to you.
I am lucky.
Yes, you got it. You're lucky.
You lucky punk.
I'll start collecting them.
You have 20
Oh, you-
platinum coins there.
That you beautiful amethyst statue.
Wait. Like straight up like platinum coins?
Yep,
How many?
20.
It's like 200
Oh
gold.
my god.
Christ.
I've
Or
got
if
to
you're-
balance it out because if I was going to do because I rolled a nat 20, so he should have had the jackpot, which should have been like several hundred. I'm like, that immediately breaks the game. We're not doing that.
If you're curious, though, it is also 80 electrum pieces.
I'm not curious, and you can put that back.
No.
I think we,
Never say
as
that
a
again.
group, we need to agree that we deal exclusively in electrum.
No.
I think exclusively Find Man needs to go fuck himself. No, we're not doing that.
This is Kevin speaking. I think out of game we need a band together and we're dealing exclusively in electrum.
We're not doing that. So yes,
No.
You're not doing
you
that.
have 200 gold in platinum pieces now, Warlock, which means you walk out up what you spent at the casino. Well done. I'm impressed. I rolled a nat 20.
Lucky.
The rubber duck actually screwed me and gave you a nat 20. I'm like, what? So you did manage to win the money, and but Wicked has said that you can have these coins. Apparently, these coins are not owned by the machine anymore.
They're your winnings.
Winnings. Yes.
Yes. We should go now.
Yes. Let's
Yes.
go.
I mean, come on, that machine's clearly lucky. Come on,
Nope.
I swear I
Nope.
can get it. No,
Still carrying Wicked under his arm.
I am lucky. Like you said, I am lucky.
For right
Yeah.
now, luck can change. Don't believe that you're the luckiest ever to ever luck. Because luck can give as much as it takes.
So, luck will take my 20 platinum pieces.
If you make poor choices.
You mean 200 electrum.
Stop it!
I will think on this.
Okay. Do you want to go buy some supplies, or are we just going straight to the inn at this point?
no, we should buy some stuff. We should buy. You can put me down right out of the place.
I need a pearl.
Okay. Let's go get a pearl.
Yeah, you can definitely afford the pearl now, buddy.
Do you
Like,
want me to hang
you
on
can
to the money
afford
while you
pearl now.
transform? Oh, okay. He just does it.
No, that's not right. He was
No.
small
Yeah, no,
in
he
the
was-
thing.
Yeah,
He
they
needs to go
outside.
big again. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there we go. That's the sound I have to listen for. Okay.
There we go.
Hold on. And now into a van. I like that
There it
Warlock
is.
comes with like bod mass instructions.
Warlock, do you come with a user manual just in case?
What is usual mail? Usual manual.
It's just revving. Sorry, I can't hear you over all the revs.
I will climb in the front seat. I will not stick my sword in the shotgun, so someone could climb in the front with me.
I'll go front. There's a window there. I can look out that damn window.
Yeah.
Where the hell are we going again? For the inn.
Yeah.
Well, no, we're gonna get some supplies.
I
Oh,
believe
supplies.
you wanted to buy some supplies, so
We wanted a pearl,
Yeah.
so we surely must have to go to the. I saw it on the
Void
things.
Get the tricks?
Yeah.
Or does the? Because I thought.
Or is
someone
it Kit
mentioned
and Caboodle?
no, you are
The
looking for
cover-
Fendrick's Emporium.
Oh.
Ah,
Does it
not
deal
too far.
exclusively with components, or is it like just general goods?
They are requisitions, so arcane items, things like that. They're the kind of things that you're looking for.
Sure, they'll have health potions.
No health potions. You want an
Wow.
alchemist you want either.
Wait. Could we just order this stuff through our ether connectors and have them delivered to our inn tomorrow morning?
Some things you do have to go in to buy. So anything above a standard healing potion, you do have to buy, and even then,
I'm just trying to avoid shopping.
Yeah. I mean, some stuff you can. The pearl, no, you can't. Magical items you do have to go
Okay.
in for because generally there is
Present ID.
present ID for those. Healing potions, certain potions and things like this. Obviously, again, you either have to go to an alchemist or Phileas Brandroot, MD, the healer, which is actually a clinic. Just because obviously they want to make sure that you're not going to. They know how adventurers get with healing potions.
You
But
gotta go there, you get a prescription, then you can go elsewhere.
you do also know that Phileas Brandroot, MD, can be more expensive than standard, just because while there are a large number of living population in Nethreg now, it's harder to get ingredients and things that heal the dead when this, heal the living when this is supposed to be a place of the dead. So they're a little bit more expensive here. So it just depends on where you want to go. But you can always order your healing potions, like standard healing potions and things like this. You will have to pay a delivery fee if you want overnight delivery, which might make it more expensive than actually purchasing it. And you have to deal with the Collegiate of Hastened Archive Goods parcel division, which doesn't always leave things in a safe place. You know, they get a bit lost sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah,
You don't want to see their Trustpilot review.
Yeah.
I just want to
Yeah,
do the
I-
shopping real quickly so we don't get too hung up on it.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
I heard Relia had like 5 daggers stolen by that place. I don't think we should.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's just go. We got all day. We got all day to do
Yeah.
shopping.
Well, it's only just after lunchtime now, so about 2 o'clock. So you do have a bit of time still.
Wait, who goes to a rave at 1 in the afternoon?
Adventurers
Why are
do.
they?
Adventurers.
God.
Demons and devils, bro.
And bird people, apparently.
And
the ticklish
Azamars.
variety.
Of the chicken variety. Yeah, you should have gone to the rave that was just the chicken dance. It was just, the rave is called just the chicken dance, and like the catchphrase is just the chicken dance all the time, every time.
The place for me.
And if you speak in any other way other than clucks, you get pecked to death.
Don't joke about that, Dusty. I've done that
You
before,
will.
and it terrified people.
Well, you peck someone to death?
Yeah, almost. It was almost a TPK.
Oh my.
They were
Yeah.
so busy laughing at each other. They
Oh,
were,
I thought you meant
No
IRL,
one,
jeez.
no one expects the Cluckromancer.
I remember the time I
hey-
set myself on fire.
If you've ever played any Legend of Zelda game, you will expect the Cluckromancer.
Okay, so you guys climb back in the Warlockmobile. Where
Yes.
is Warlock taking
Yes.
you?
To get
The
his
Warlock
requisition.
wagon.
Okay.
Surely he's just driving where he wants to go, which is now requisitions.
Okay, so we're going to Fendrix.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
A yerp.
Destination set.
You can see on his little screen he's got a little GPS map up with the path all lit up that he seems to be following. It is a little bit of a drive because he does have to completely drive out of this internal circle. He has to drive down the corridor out of the second circle through the siege point out to the outer circle. This circle out here, you guys know this as the Shadow Alleys. This is where you'll find the black markets, the Assassin's Guild. You do know that there was once a gladiators arena out here, but it has been completely destroyed and stayed that way. Rumors have it that it has been destroyed for a good 9,000 years and has just never been replaced. You do know that there have been a number of people who have come through here who have continued to graffiti it. The town guard do try and clean it up when they find it, but you do find it isn't uncommon to hear of graffiti showing up, just 4 big letters of MAGA.
Jesus Christ. Mothers against
Gladiatorial assault.
gladiatorial assault. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yo.
But yes, the actual arena has been destroyed for some time. But yeah, there are all number of things you can get down here, like you can go to a poisoners to collect poisons, you can go get assassins. You also know that Hescard's bestiary is down here if you want unusual animals and the like. They can get them for you. You know that it is the way up to the temples and the cemeteries where there are the death gods. So you name it, they can get it for you down here. Foxglove Blair at Fendrix Emporium. For a price, he can get you pretty much anything you want.
All right, so what are we thinking we need? Health potions? I think we had that. How many do you think we all will want?
I mean, how much do they go for a pop?
So you walk into Fendrix. It is actually relatively clean. The wood is all painted in shades of dark blue and black. There are drawers and glass display cases and shelves and things like this. Sitting behind the counter on a red leather stool, high-backed stool, you see this dark pale grey elf. I know that that's a thing, but it's like a dark light grey, if that makes sense. Ashy, I suppose, with very white hair. You do recognize him to be a ghost elf, and this is Foxglove. As you enter, he doesn't sit up, he's kind of reclining a little bit in the chair, hands crossed over his stomach, as he kind of regards you all with an eyebrow raise, as he lets you kind of start to wander around the shelves. From where he's sitting, he can see down each of the aisles, but he doesn't get up to come discuss with you or anything. He just watches as you kind of wend your way around.
All right, so All right. Hello, Mr. Blair. To procure a few things for a trip. What's the going
Alright.
rate on potions? Oh, healing.
I'm guessing you don't want to go and buy them from that crook down at the doctor's.
No. Why would we do that when we be greeted by your charming smile?
Why, thank you, ma'am. Well, I'm currently doing standard healing potions at 75 gold apiece. It's been harder and harder to get them ever since we've started having those problems with supply trains and things like this. Even getting them down from the entrance gate coming in from Anthalamir is getting more and more difficult.
Yeah, those darn supply trains. 75 gold. That is quite unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't like charging so much. I like usually trying to make them a little cheaper than they would have them in Anthalamir. Because obviously, with the number of adventurers that are coming in and helping themselves out to the hellish landscapes and whatnot, it's foolish to come in there and try and take things on without proper precautions. But, I mean, if it's harder for me to get them, I can't exactly pass it on without, lifting the cost a little. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
I
always welcome to
understand.
go and try and buy the ingredients and making them yourself.
I could do that. I have been practicing. That takes time that we don't really have at the moment. I guess I could try to make him on the train.
Do you have pearl?
I do have pearls. Do you have a particular color that you want, or you just want your standard white?
Color is irrelevant. Just need a pearl worth 100 gold pieces.
Alright, you want a magical component, not one for a lovely lady friend, or a lovely gentleman caller, or a lovely partner of any sort. Alright, well, I can do you a 100 gold pearl easy enough. Here you go, sir. And he pulls out a little cushion-lined case. You can see there are lots of little cube compartments in this container, each with its own little piece of plushed velvet. And you watch as he pulls out a smallish pearl, slightly smaller than average, but you can see that it's polished up and it's a decent quality. And he puts it into a small velvet pouch for you, and puts it down on the counter in front of him.
He'll hand him his 100 gold,
He takes
well,
some. Yeah,
10 platinum.
yeah, he takes some money, puts it into the
200 electrum. Who's counting?
he takes it, puts it into his cash register, and hands you over the receipt and the pearl.
Thank you.
What's the conversion rate from platinum to gold? It's
10 to 1.
10 to 1. So
Yeah.
with
Do you require some of these coins to make a purchase?
If you don't mind sharing. Unless it's
how
tricky to
many-
roll in there.
How many potions do we want? How many think you will need? 'Cause I can do some healing.
Probably just 2 for emergencies.
All right, I can do that. I can do that.
I hand
You
over
got
10 platinum and 60 gold.
Okay. He takes it. He hands over the potion.
Oh wait, did you just buy the potions?
I believe he did.
Yeah.
Oh, whoop. Oh well, all right.
I imagine
again.
potions should go to Fine Man and myself.
I'm looking
Yeah, that
at
makes
a
sense.
handful of gold, and I'm like, I've only got 20 shiny buttons.
Okay. Just
Not
take
that
one
much,
potion, put it in your cup, bud. You'll be fine.
Shiny buttons.
Oh shit.
Money. Shiny buttons.
See.
And if you're curious, Richard thinks that Warlock just bought a shiny rock.
I mean, to be fair, I mean you're not wrong per se.
That's what he bought, a shiny rock.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
All right. Then, anybody else need anything? Any materials? Any tools? Oh, we should probably get tools.
Feynman, do you have an Ethernet connector?
I do not know what that is.
Okay, that's what I thought. So Halberd will sling his bag off his shoulder from it, dig around, and then pull out a blocky little item that has a little cord and can clip onto his shirt. This is a two-way radio. You keep one with you so you can talk to me while I'm not standing next to you. Just press
Excellent.
this button.
I will copy what he's done with his radio.
You hear a resonating echo coming from the other radio, as you click
There we go.
Where I have not clicked it.
it. Okay, you haven't clicked it.
I will say, out of character, you have not shown me how to use this yet.
Okay.
No, he said he would have said,
Oh,
hey,
you
click
clicked it?
this. Yeah.
I'm gonna need a live action tutorial on how to fucking use this thing. My man's not gonna understand this. I don't
Okay.
think it matters. You can just yell at me
Albert
through
will
the
take
radio.
a
It's
few
fine.
minutes and
Yeah,
show
there we go.
Richard Feynman how to use this.
That's what I'm getting at.
You watch.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You watch as Richard Feynman's mind is blown as he can hear you on the other side of the store, as if you were standing right next to him.
Hey, just out of curiosity, what's Richard Feynman's intelligence score?
It's got a -2, my dude.
It is not good.
Man, my brother in Christ, you are really hurting our bell curve.
I am the bell curve.
You are generating a singularity for this bell curve.
Okay, well, do we all have methods of communication?
Yes.
Warlock, are you an Ethernet connector yourself, or do you need a separate component for that?
What is Ethernet connector?
Oh,
Phone.
great. Well,
And
are you
he'll-
able to like integrate tech into you?
That is how I built myself.
Okay, so we can get him one of the... Wait. Hey, Foxglove, how much do phones cost?
I mean, if you want an Ethernet connector, well, it's not gonna.
Something
It's not an
real simple.
Ethernet either. It's an ethereal connector. An Ethernet
Oh,
connector
I'm
is
sorry.
something else.
Ethereal.
I was thinking like
Oh,
Ethernet is a
serial.
real world thing. I'm like, there's no
Yeah,
way
wait a
she's just called it
second.
Ethernet,
No,
right?
it's ethereal connector, and Andrew's
Yeah,
been throwing
My
me
bad,
off.
I'm sorry.
Where is the book on where things cost? What channel is that in player info somewhere?
It should be in player info, I believe.
Crafting standalone,
Yeah.
ultra modern.
Uh,
God, we've put a lot of
think,
stuff
You can.
in here.
I'll find it after.
Okay. I found it. Never mind.
Okay. I mean, an Ethernet connector, it depends on what you want. If you just want something that's just gonna ring and things like that, like a sham shell, I can do something like that for, I don't know, 50 gold. But all it'll do is ring and ring.
When you say ring and ring, like you can't pick up and answer the phone, or
Yeah, you pick up and it rings, or you ring someone else. Ring and
Uh,
ring.
I think that'll be plenty for.
I mean, if you want all of the fancy
yeah.
apps and, you know, being able to take pictures and use the
all
Ethernet and stuff like that. By the way, it's ether with an A-E-T-H-E-R, by the way, for you, Kevin.
What was?
I
Was
was
it
wondering
Ether?
if it was Ethernet or
It's-
if it
yeah,
was
it's-
Ether and you just.
The AE
Okay.
Oh,
is E here, but yes, Ethernet.
Okay.
Was it that or was it interweave?
Both work.
I'll lean into Wick.
It's like the internet and the interwebs, you know, they're the same.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to give Warlock access to the internet or to the Ethernet this early. I think a phone would just be fine.
Yeah.
You would be surprised what he can connect into.
That's why I'm scared.
I mean, your friend might want access to Hextagram and Google and
No. No,
I'm sure he'd want to, but I don't think he's ready for that responsibility yet.
we're working our way up to it.
Warlock's been on the internet, hasn't he? He downloaded a user manual.
Mm-hmm.
No, he. Oh shit.
He just plugs into the wall, though.
He
It's
has
like an
access
old
to-
school computer.
I mean,
He's dial up.
I do have to ask. He does look mighty familiar. He looks like that model from the White Abaddons. You know, then he points out to the giant billboard outside where you see a giant purple statue. And I believe it says Wyatt Abaddon's...
Robotics.
Wyatt Abaddon Robotics, yeah. Leaders of Clean
Kitchens.
Yeah. And you see a giant purple clockwork automaton on the billboard.
I'm sorry, you say clean kitchens?
Yes.
Yep.
And it's fine. It's fine. Purple's all the rage in automaton culture nowadays.
I'm just saying, if he's a celebrity, you know, we could make a deal or something like that.
As Foxglove, I think you've been straight up with us. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it's gonna go the way you want it to go. I ain't trying to cheat you out of anything. Let's just pay the regular full price that you got right now.
All right, you just want the regular sham shell?
Does that sound good to you, Warlock?
That should be sufficient.
Yes.
All right, he hands you over it looks to be a small blue etheric connector. It's just got a very small screen the size of a postage stamp. You see that it's got the number buttons on it. It's got a star, it's got a hash key. The number buttons have A, B, C. On the next one, D, E, F. And it's got a separate call and hang up button. Basically, he's handed you a Nokia.
Yep.
The bare necessities.
The Beta Necessity is the most indestructible phone in the universe.
Can Warlock integrate it into his fist so he gives himself extra like D4 damage?
I think instead of the D4 damage, it should be traded out that his fist is now indestructible.
Indestructible.
It cannot be broken. The rest of him may fall, but his
He
fist
can now
never
block
will.
weapons with his arms.
Oh, God.
Nokia uncommon weapon. While you are on a call with this, weapon, you get a +1 to your AC.
Oh god, it's so funny.
I shall incorporate this at a later stage.
All right, good. Do we need any of? Ooh, can I actually get an herbalism kit? Mine broke.
I let it break.
Is herbalism different to alchemist?
Slightly,
Yeah,
yes.
it's different to alchemy.
Yes.
Okay.
Alchemy is the making of potions.
Alchemy-
Herbalism is the collecting of and drying of herbs, basically.
Okay.
Yeah,
Does
herbalism.
one feed into
Alchemy
the
is
other
a lot
kind
more.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Go on, Dusty.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, she basically wants an herbalism kit.
Okay.
Yeah, mine
okay.
broke on an experiment.
I have a alchemy kit. If anyone's curious. So we
You're
can
not
do
smart
some
enough to
information.
use it, my dude.
I'm not. I don't know why I have it. I don't remember getting it, but I have it.
I think I
So-
actually remember you asking about it. And I was
Someone should
like,
take this
"Oh."
out of my hands.
Get this away from me! I'm going to blow up.
Can I get What things are here? Are there binoculars and a whistle? Can I get binoculars and a whistle?
You can't. I mean, you can, but it's the more expensive way to do it. If you want to just get a standard binocular and whistle, go to a merchant.
Okay.
This guy is like, you need weird esoteric things. Say you want something from the material plane or you want something from the Feywild. Let me know.
Okay.
I will hook you up.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Do we need anything weird? Yeah, I don't think we need anything else weird that we can't just get from a shop.
Okay.
All right. I think that's it for us.
All right. Well, if you need anything at all, you let me know, little lady.
Yeah. You got it, Foxglove.
All right. Well, you have a nice day now.
You too. All right. I don't think we need to run through getting basic stuff. We could probably...
Yeah, you can. We can hand wave
to
that,
the,
providing
the old sleepery.
Okay, so you're heading to the Blue Moon.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so after running around, with your GPS, as you're looking for addresses and things like that, Warlock, you do notice as you are looking for the merchants that the others had discussed that they wanted to go to. As you were scrolling through the names of all the businesses nearby, you see Roy Rick's Bits and Tricks, junkyard dealer.
Slams the brakes on.
Do we all need
Richard
to make
did
a
not
dex
have
check
his
and
seatbelt
not
on.
be
He just fucking falls straight onto the floor,
Ah, son of a bitch.
taking 1 point of damage.
You hear jingle bells as her horns get knocked around.
And
There-
he'll start to drive back and drive towards it.
Okay. So, as you're driving, you realize on your GPS, Warlock, that you're not going to be able to directly drive to it through this outer ring, because it will require you going over the railway tracks.
God.
Do you stop? Or do you
Nope.
go?
I go.
Okay.
No, wait.
Warlock.
Hey.
You
Warlock.
Okay.
Rain track.
Right,
Rain track.
Gonna get hit by a
Warlock.
train. Everyone just hears ding, 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 ding,
Ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding. Yep.
Level crossing gets fucked up.
What horn does Warlock have in car mode?
Oh, God.
Haven't loaded it up yet, but it's
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
exactly.
Okay, so you guys can see the end of the road coming. You can see the double train track leading into the train yards. You can see all of the train sheds, the turntable where the trains can turn and whatnot. You can see that there is currently a train heading through here. And Warlock is not stopping.
Warlock.
Warlock! Abreu, the emergency brake!
And I will attempt to grab the emergency brake and attempt to brake.
It is purely aesthetic.
God.
I'm
I
assuming.
like to
Wait,
think
is
that
it?
that was real in character.
Yeah,
Laughing.
it's that doesn't do anything. It's like the steering wheel. If you try and turn it, it doesn't do anything. It just spins. You pretend to drive.
You pull it, nothing happens. You
That
don't
is-
slow.
Dangerous information. I'm gonna sit there while we're driving in traffic, and I'm gonna be pretending to turn into people. I'm gonna look at someone driving beside us. I'm gonna look him in the eye, and then I'm just gonna start spinning the wheel. Just at him.
Okay. I will get you to make me a deck save, Warlock, to see if you miss this train. This might be the end. Steve comes back in 3 weeks. What happened, guys? TPK. Please drive well. That is...
Oh.
Can we deck save to bail out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we kick open doors and start jumping out?
Wicked is ready to go.
Bail out, King. Bail out.
Okay. You
Maybe
can
that's why
tell...
the other squads don't like us.
You can tell Warlock is not slowing down. You can tell that he is going to Dukes of Hazzard this. What do you guys do?
I'm bailing out.
I'm
Okay.
bailing out. Yeah.
Everyone bailing out. Roll me acrobatics.
Oh shit.
Oh, look at that. Fucking, I just fly away.
Yeah.
'Cause I got wings. I'm flying.
Acrobatics.
Oh,
that's okay.
okay.
That's all right. That's all right.
Not the worst.
Acrobatics.
I like your reference.
okay.
Oh, that's all right.
That's all right. No, see, both you and Wicked eat asphalt. You are scraped up the side of the face, down the arms. Any patch that was not covered in fabric is just gravel rash and just torn to shreds. Richard jumped out, did immediately, like, he tunnel visioned out, like, turned into a spearhead as he leapt out, and as he was free of Warlock, he opened his wings and just kind of landed next to you as you're just laying in the gravel, face up, just everything hurts, Habaru, but Richard lands next to you, just absolutely fine. As you watch, as Warlock manages to find one slight uphill, and you watch as he majestically flies over the train tracks, but he misjudged the trajectory, and it was just a little too early. As his front light and front panel, you hear the sickening crunch and twisting of metal as his front wheel cavity, his whole front left wheel twists on a right angle. You can see the bits of coloured plastic all over the ground as he shattered out his light. You can hear the crunching and cracking of his glass as his whole front left-hand side panel is just twisted metal. As he does land, but his engine is making a noise that it should not be making, kind of like the sound, a little bit of a cat simultaneously crying and being sick.
So how are you gonna spend this in the PR report?
Train came out of nowhere. I saw it.
I mean, maybe it'll buff out.
And on that note, that's where we're going to end the session. Because I think that's perfect, and I think we should call this session Maybe It'll Buff Out. So with that, guys, we will be back next Saturday for more Equinox. If you enjoyed that, please join us. It will be great to have you here. If you want to follow the channel to catch us live, please do. If you'd like to subscribe, that is even more welcome, and you can become part of this spooky community. And if you didn't catch the start of this, you can go watch it in probably 24 hours over on my YouTube channel of the same name, Boomeadow. So go over there, like it over there, leave some comments for the players. Keep it nice if possible, please. Otherwise, we will see you all on Monday for more Ignition Point. But if you specifically want Equinox, we will see you next Saturday. We'll see you then, guys. Bye, guys.
Bye.